Hello and welcome to this restorative stretching routine. This routine is going to be a wee bit of a follow along, so you can follow me along and do these stretches. We're going to be focusing on the hips, the quads and the hamstring. So if you've got tightness in that area or tightness in your lower back, this should hopefully be helpful for you. We're going to come down. We're just going to start seated. If you've got a mat, great. If you don't worry about it. Taking the feet out, but here. And we're just going to rock across. Hands are behind, and I'm just going to start to roll from side to side. I'm looking for a 90 degree position with the hips, and we're just lifting the back up, trying to get the back straight. Now this is going to be a great routine to do maybe at night, or if it's a rest day for you. I wouldn't do this kind of thing before you train, because it's a little bit more of a restorative sort of static stretching routine. So quite nice at night maybe, or before you go to bed. So rock across. All I'm going to do is I'm going to try and bring my chest over the top of this knee. Think about lifting out of your lower back, and instead of kind of just collapsing and rounding towards that knee, try and go as far forward as you can. You maybe want to try and stretch your hands forward. I know I'm quite flexible, so if you're here and you're getting a good stretch, that's fine. Just work to your limit. So breathing should be nice and controlled, in through your nose and out through your mouth. We're going to come across the other side. Just going to roll here and here again. I'm going to go forward. And just sink down. One of the keys to becoming more flexible over time is to actually not go to your 10 out of 10. So with other forms of exercise, with strength training and with conditioning, we're kind of used to working as hard as we can. With stretching, it's a little bit weird because you kind of don't want to do that. You want to actually pull back on that a little bit and work to maybe like a 7 or an 8 out of 10. Okay, I'm going to get you to stand up here, and let's put one foot forward and one foot back, just like a normal step. And I'm going to rock up onto the heel here. So rock up onto that back heel. I'm going to sit down into this back leg. So it's almost like you're going to sink into that back foot. So all your weight is on this leg. Pull up from here. Think about pulling your kneecap up, and we're going to lean as far forward as we can, keeping the back straight. Come down into that. Find that stretch. Come back out of it. Sit back into this leg. And again, go forward. Sink into it. And back. One more time. Forward into it. And back. Nice. Change over there. 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. I'm going to rock up onto the heel. Sink into this back leg a little bit. From there, just going to lean forward, 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 forward. I'm trying to stay tall through my chest. Don't want to collapse. And back. Just sit back into that back leg. And again, forward. Pull the toes back, pull the kneecap up, and back. One more time. And up. Okay, we're going to change the legs. This time it's a much wider stance, like quite a bit wider, and I'm actually up on the back foot here, so I'm going to balance on the toes. What I want you to think about doing, I'm going to go to the side to show you this, is your pelvis is going to go under, so it's going to tuck underneath here. Pelvis is going down, your ribs are pulling down. I'm going to drop that back knee, so we're going to slowly drop into this. When you start to feel the stretch on your hip, so on that hip here, extend this back leg out. Think about straightening it, but stay low and keep thinking about tucking your pelvis under. Come back up, relax it, go back down again. So tuck your tailbone under, drop down. Once you get down, extend your back leg. Don't worry if you can't extend it. Just thinking about straightening out that leg. Come back up. Ooh. Tuck your tailbone under, drop again. Extend that back leg out. And swap that over there. Big step back. Okay. So again, I'm on my toes. Tuck your tailbone underneath. We're going to drop down into it. Drop down, drop down, drop down. When you feel the stretch, Try and straighten your back leg. Come back out of it. Tuck your tailbone, drop down, drop that back knee. Straighten your leg. Come back up. One more time. Tuck your tailbone, drop down into it. Straighten that back leg. And breathe. Cool. Okay. Now from here, the rest of the session we're going to be doing on the floor now. So that's all the standing. That's the tough stuff out of the way. The rest of it now is going to be some just nice, hopefully nice stretches. So lie on your back. What we're going to do is cross one leg over the top of your knee. I'm going to reach through the hole that I've made here and try and interlace your fingers behind your leg. I'm going to try and think about lifting my hips off the ground, so hips off the floor, get my head back and just pull with your arms and really try and get both your knee and your ankle into your chest. Get them in tight. Gently rocking from side to side. We're just going to spend about 20 seconds or so here. Relax that. Change the legs. Cross it over. We're going to reach through. Yep. And then again, pull in. Really try and lift your hips. Use your arms. Pull them in. Breathe. Good. Good. Okay. From there, what we're going to do here, we're starting in all fours, and I'm going to take my knees out as wide as I can. So I'm just going to go out. Now go really easy on this stretch. I'm flattening off my feet behind my knees there. You probably already, depending on how tight you are, you probably feel that stretch right away. Dead simple. All I'm going to think about doing is taking my hips and basically trying to sit on the floor. I'll never get there, or I'll not get there for a while. But that's the direction you're going in. Don't go beyond a 7 or an 8 out of 10 in this one. Breathe. Nice and easy. Cool. Come forward there. And just take your time. Walk your knees in and grab a seat. Grab a seat on the mat or on the floor. Okay, on this next one, we're going to take the feet out. You might be really flexible. Don't go out to your maximum stretch. So if this is as wide as I can go, I'm going to come in to about here just now to begin with. Think about sitting up as straight as you can. So really lift out your lower back. I'm going to take my right elbow. I'm going to sandwich it into my right quad. I'm going to reach my left hand right up towards the ceiling. Stretch as high as you can. Once you go as high as you can, imagine someone's grabbing your wrist, they're pulling it up even higher, and then start going across. Start going across and across and across. Tuck your shoulder in if you need to. I'm aiming to get this hand to this foot. You don't want to totally collapse forward, so try and stay open. Go across. Nearly there. I'm going to get it. Here we go. Don't worry if you're not grabbing your foot. It's okay. Hold it for a couple of seconds. We'll come back into the middle. Left elbow is going to go down into the left quad. Again, sit up tall, reach. Imagine you're getting pulled up towards the ceiling. Going to start to come down towards that foot. Reach. Breathe. See, where am I? There we go. I'm going to get it. There we go. Breathe. On this next one here, now we're going to go as wide as you can for your legs. So wide as you can go, walk them out. Now, from there, sit up as tall as you can. Hands forward, put your fingertips on the floor. If you can't get them to the floor, I've got some clients that can't. That's fine. You put your hands behind you, you try and lift your chest and you think about bringing your chest forward. You'll get a good stretch there. However, if your hands are forward, what I want you to do is just walk them. Keep walking them forward. Don't round your back, lift your chest up, keep going forward. Keep going forward, just go forward as far as you can. Go to that sort of 8 out of 10 stretch and hold. Hold it there. Breathe for 20 seconds. Try and relax. Easier said than done. Try and relax when you're in this kind of position. But as I said, don't go to like a 10 out of 10 where it's unbearable. Try and sit back on it a little bit. Like an 8 out of 10. Okay, great. We're just going to work a wee bit on our hips now. So if you want to come round into all fours, what I'm going to do, I'll show you on this side. I'm going to step this foot up so that the knee is on the outside of the shoulder, and then I'm going to lift up on that other leg. So we're going to lift up here, and I'm thinking about trying to do two things. I'm extending, straightening that back leg, and I'm also thinking about getting that hip, my right hip, down into the floor. So if you've got that right, you should feel a stretch in the front of your right hip. Obviously, if your left leg's behind you, it's your left. Hold that there. We're going to bring that right knee down now. What we're going to do here is we're just going to come back, and I'm actually going to just transition into a wee nice stretch into the left hamstring. So come up onto the heel here, straighten the body up, and then just lean over and forward. So you'll notice that I'm trying not to do this, where I'm kind of like, rounding forward. Instead, I'm a wee bit taller. I'm trying to lift out my back and hinge from the hip. Okay, cool. Change your legs. Right, bring the hands down. So again, your knee, I'm on the, I've got my right foot up, so right knee on the outside of my right shoulder. I'm lifting it up on that left leg. Trying to do two things, trying to straighten that back leg out and also bring the hip down towards the floor. Breathe. From there, we're just going to come down. I'm then just going to rock back onto the heel here. Lift up tall. Pull the toes back. Lean forward. Relax that there. Well done. I hope that was useful. Hope it was a good flexibility routine. A little bit of mobility. As I said, maybe quite a nice thing to do pre-bed or post-training, or if your legs are just sore. That's the kind of stuff that I'd recommend. Let us know how you found it. Let us know your feedback. Would you like to see more of these kind of stretch routines, these follow-alongs? If so, any particular body parts or areas, let us know in the comments or send us a message. I will see you on the next one. All the best. Peace.